This is Jeff with Mini Tees, and this is part 2 of my build of the Mini Tee. Here you can see I'm starting to put I put metal on the roof because I didn't want, if it rained, the water just to get on the wood. And I couldn't figure out, at first I was thinking flashing off of the roof to put on there, but then you'd have a seam, and I said that wouldn't look good. And then I was talking to my son, and he said, why not go to we have some roofing places close that fold their own tin for pole barns and stuff. And he said, why not go to them? And I got an end piece from them for $2 to almost fit perfect on top there. And I had to cut and bend the lips over and everything. And then when I got ready to nail it down, I had to put these straps on and put these boards up here to push it down so it wouldn't oil can, to get it as tight as I could. I still think I got one place that oil cans a little bit, which that's making it sound tinny or so, and it pops a little bit. But the rest of it's pretty tight with these two straps on there like I did. And you can see here I've got it bent over, and now I'm getting ready to nail it to the wood so it's finished, and it's got a edge on it so the rain will run right off, or the dew, or whatever. This is a back view of the straps. I run from the very front of the truck to the very back of the truck with these tie-down straps with the wood. And I had to put a lot of wood up there to bend that down to fit that arch and get it as tight as I could, like I said in the other shot, to get it real tight. And you can see I got a little step ladder here to step up and do the nailing, to nail it onto the wood so it wouldn't come off. And here's where I painted it. I painted it black on top there, and that's what all the masking tape is, so I could paint that top and not get it on any of my wood, because I hadn't stained it yet or anything. I'm going to stain it, and I've got the hood painted here, but I haven't got the fenders painted, and I paint the foot step there. So the next thing was I stained the bed, and I used gunmetal stain, and I didn't know how that was going to work, but it sure made this look very nice. Like I did a lot of work to make this look good, and it wasn't that much. And like I say, the gunmetal stain really made it look sharp. There's a view of the roof. You can kind of see here where I had to cut it so it'd fold down and make the arch, and try to make it fit really good. And this is, like I say, tin. It's the same tin that's on the side here. It's just before they bend it to make it look like that. So that's what it was, and I put it on there, and it fit really good. Now here I'm staining the plywood and the poplar. I'm still using the gunmetal stain, but it's staining it a different color. And I like that because the bed looks different than the cab. but it's all basics. What I got plywood, and like I said, the poplar, and the other is pine. So it looks pretty sharp that way. And you can see here I got some electric wire there, starting to run some of the electrical to get everything hooked up and working so I can run it. And you can see the dog bones there. And I actually glued that dog bone on there so it wouldn't come off. I used some glue my son told me about, and it worked really good. I've not had it fall off or do anything. So I've been real happy with it. And like I say, you can see I'm staining it all and making it, it's really coming out nice. There's the contrast. Like I say, it's the same stain on both of them, but one goes a lot darker than the other. Because like I say, this is pine and this is plywood and poplar. And you can just see how much difference there is, but it gives it a good, it goes together good, in my opinion. You can see I got a lot of it done and don't have the stuff in the cab quite done yet, but I got part of it done. That's staining it on the inside was kind of fun to do because you ain't got a lot of room in there, but I got it. And like I say, you can still see some of the where I'm starting to wire it. You hook things up to get it to run here. And I didn't even know until I finished it whether this engine would run or not. I bought it. The guy didn't know if it'd run or not. It just looked like it would to me, and I was pretty sure it would, so I just kept going ahead. In this picture, you can see I got the floor stained, and I got what I call a headache rack or stock rack built for the bed. And I got the tires off because I'm getting ready to paint all this stuff, and I don't want the tires painted and things. So you can see I got a lot of it painted, and I got that stock rack built or headache rack, whatever you want to call it. And this is all stained here. Here's the more front. You can see the fenders painted, and I still got the wheels off, and all this is stained. And that dog bone's there. So you, and then this has always been a point, and I got to thinking, well, that ain't no good. That point ain't gonna be good because some kid will get hurt or somebody will walk into it and get hurt. And I decided to put this bar across there so you could pull it or use it to strap it down or whatever you needed to do with it. Then I found this chest. It was at what they call Trader Bakers around here. It's a place you go in and they put stuff on consignment. And I found that it's an oak chest, very nice. And I got that for $30, and I can't believe it because I couldn't even buy the oak for that price. And then I had some, because this is Case lawnmower, I'm a big Case fan. I had some Case memorabilia, and I wanted to display it, so I put it on this box so I could display it when I'm driving this truck around. And it's originally I was thinking I was going to put it this way because the way it opened like a regular trunk, and it wouldn't open if I turned it around, put it in the center. So this is the original way I thought I was going to do it, and then I decided I wouldn't do it that way. Here's another picture of it with that box setting like that, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out that this ain't going to work. I don't like it, and I want to change it. So I just like I say, just another picture, and you can kind of see the stock rack there, or the headache rack, whatever you want to call it, up there. And this is a little closer picture. You can see stuff better. And I've got all this stained and all this painted. And I've got it all painted underneath now. And you can see I got a sock on the exhaust so I don't get it. That was a chrome tip and I didn't want it painted. And like I say, I'm still can't quite figure this one out, but I got it. Going to figure it out here just a little bit, what I decided to do. Here's a real side view of it, real up close. You can see the roof being on it to 10, and this all pretty well finished. And that sitting there, like I said, I hadn't figured out what I was going to do, but I finally get it on the next picture, and I had to figure out that it wasn't going to swing open if I put it like this. So we put different latches on each side to hold it down, and it don't swing open. You just unlatch it now and lift the whole lid off. I took the hinges off, but I still left this, and I left all this on there to make it, and it looks a lot better sitting in the middle like that. This is the finish. The first time I drove it out after I got it finished and drove it outside. And my wife took a picture of it. Because I was driving it, so that's the only way I would have got the picture. But it looks pretty neat. And I take it to tractor shows and I put it in parades. And when I go to a tractor show, I found this, since like I say, I'm a Case fan, I found this Case pedal tractor, and I refinished it, and I strapped it down there. Now the box is still there, but it's just on the other side of this Case tractor, and I put that box there to put things in that I didn't want people to see. Say I bought something or so, I could put it in that chest and nobody'd see it. But I got that all tied down because I'll lift that bed, but I don't want the tractor to fall off. So, and this is where it's strapped in my trailer where I haul it. And I got the flags for running it in the 4th of July parade and everything. And like I say, you can see I got it strapped down in my trailer for going to these tractor shows that I go to. Everybody gets a big kick out of it, and they think it looks like I've got a friend that's actually got a Model T, and he looked at it and he said I done a good job. He was really surprised with it, and he's like 83 years old. So he's been around the Model Ts, and he said I done a pretty good job with it, and it looks pretty sharp. And so you see that I'm finally to the end, and it took me from November to April to finish it through the winter. And there was days in the winter I didn't work because I don't have a heated shop. So yeah, it took me a little bit of time, but not that much. This is the end of the video, and I thank you for your time.